I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 1941. I was born in 39. I was brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married a Childers. Both twins, Carl and Peggy, were killed by their mother, who was unwed, and it was like a pigsty. That's all I can say. A horrible, horrible family. And I grew up being called names, bastard, illegitimate, flour sacks for a slip if I had one, etc. But it's the sickness that went on in the whole family. So jump to 83 when Larry Flint flew me up to his home, Bel Air, in California, and a doctor that I had written about in the medical malpractice book had gone down in the KAL plane. It veered off course into Soviet airspace and was shot down by the Soviet Union. I became a candidate, and let me give you just a bit of prior. I'd written about mind control murders. I'd worked for doctors, and I wrote about Larry McDonald, doctor, congressman, and he was one of the people that I wrote about. And this is Larry Flint was shot at the same time I was writing the book, and he was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and I was in Marietta, Georgia, living in Moonraker Apartments doing the book. And I got a letter from the FBI June the 23rd of 79, and stating national security involved, ongoing investigation. Now, April the 1st of 80, so it's been 43 years, am I right? 34, excuse me, since they put antifreeze in me on April Fool Day. And I should have died. Gone to come and died. It was sheer hell, and my life was hell, and my sons leading up to that. But I don't even know if my sons are alive, and I'm going to skip all that and make this short. I wrote about mind control murders back then and how they were done and everything. You can remote control people. You can make them shoot, kill, run into the river and drown, take a plane down, the air controller be programmed. An air marshal on there doesn't, he can be programmed to come out shooting. So they can program anybody, and the old cliche that you can't be made to do what you don't want to do is nothing but an out-and-out lie. So I wanted to say this. My father is Edward VIII, and he was married to my mom, Claudia O'Keefe, from Madison, Wisconsin, George O'Keefe's sister. And his own brother, and by the way, this is how history has it. This is an impostor, a double, that married Wallace Simpson, the American spy, who was illegitimate of birth, and which they called it back then, and that's what I got called it, so I hope you don't feel offended that I say it like it was, at the time done to me, and my father's a beautiful man. That's the reason they put a 99-year seal and kidnapped me and took him down. So his own brother, Elizabeth's father, is the one that helped in the kidnapping, the New World Order, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, Kennedys. Joe Kennedy was ambassador. He helped in my kidnapping. This is a picture of my uncle, illegal George VI, and Roosevelt, in 1939, planning my kidnapping. Now I want to show you this picture, and then I'm going to go to this. My book was back 70. I was trying to get it published. Of course, I had antifreeze put in me, and it's been hell since. But I had written about, I tried to tell about mind control. I didn't know it was mind control. I was trying to write since before 70, I guess, really, and tell about murders that were done in patterns. And then in 78, I wrote about the mind control is a mechanism used. This is Timothy McVeigh, and he tried to tell people that the military put a chip up his buttocks. This is William, the illegal prince, and he named his son after George, after his great grandfather, who was the one that helped take down my father and steal the monarchy and kidnap me, the real Queen Victoria II. And now, before I lose any of this, I wanted to go to the Fort Hood shooting tonight. Another thing that's involved, well, let me get to that first. I live in Roanoke, Virginia. I've tried to live. I've had to live on the Appalachian Trail and since '86 and freeze and starve. But I wanted to. This has been put on video, Facebook, and I've faxed it and everything. And the media won't. Media is controlled by the Rockefellers and Rothschilds anyway. But this is the Fort Hood shooter back then in '09, and he finished college at Virginia Tech next door here, and he's a psychiatrist. And he got his his medical license somewhere else, degree. But anyway, he was a Fort Hood shooter, and I put this on a lot of videos and Facebook and telling about his mind control and him being born in Roanoke. And they're done in patterns. These murders are specifically done in patterns and have been over the years. It's the agency doing them. And they were done deliberate, or you can't prove it because mind control is invisible. Now then, here's a young man who they want to burn his home down now. He's just as much a victim as the children that were shot. And I've had people that really want to kill the messenger, me, but that's the truth. Programming, you cannot help. You don't even know you got it. He didn't even know he was going to shoot, and he ended up dead, killing his mother, which must, well, that's a horrible thing. He wouldn't have done it under any other circumstances. Now then, this is the Aurora, Colorado, James Holmes, and he's being treated for mental illness and given psychotic drugs when mind control has nothing to do with mental illness, first of all, and to torture someone who's already been under mind control, and the biggest injustice, they took away your right to think or be yourself or anything. Now then, I don't want to go into that too much, but this is a young Boston fellow from the Soviet Union, or one of what used to be the Soviet Union, and his brother's dead, and he's going on trial for the Boston shooting up there. Probably gets the death penalty. That's what they're asking for, and he's a victim himself. So I could go on and on because some movie stars and people in Great Britain, the rash of suicides now with Morgan Chase Bank, and the defense Minister of Defense in the UK died. And to me, I haven't gotten all the things about those, but I got enough. Those were mind control murders. They weren't suicide or cancer. You can cause deaths to appear of natural cause. They can create or cure cancer or any illness they want to, or make it look like you committed suicide. Now, I want to get to this. They've just had another shooting at Fort Hood. And, I was here in Roanoke, or up on the Appalachian Trail, and here in Roanoke trying to live, walking back and forth and all but begging and trying to get people to listen to me. And when the shootings happened at Virginia Tech in '07, all the media was over there. Not one person said a thing to me, even tried to track me down and talk to me. And Elizabeth, who's illegal, my cousin, spending my money and the British money and sold them out, let America put its military bases all over British and take it over. And she was paid by the state of Virginia back then when the shootings happened. She came through here, and do you know that one of the Virginia students went to her and, tracked her down, so to speak, asking her about it. I don't know where people